Hey beautiful people, what is up and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another new makeup releases video. I apologize for the lighting situation. It is cold and dark. It is winter. It is depressing. And funny enough, it's actually snowing outside. This is the first time it's snowed in, according to the article that I read, 700 days. And it's looking like it's starting to stick a little bit, man. So maybe we'll get some light reflecting from the snow or something. Anyways, it is what it is. The light gets weird when you live in the US and it's winter time. So I have a lot of like weird artificial lights going on, so apologies there. And yes, before you guys ask, I did film this look. I am wearing the Winter Wonderland. Is it winter? Yes. Winter Wonderland palette from Cosmic Brushes. I felt like I had to wear this one because it is actually snowing today. And like I said, it hasn't snowed in so long in the Northeast. So that's what I'm wearing on my eyes. And I don't know when that video will be up, but it will be up. That being said, let's go ahead and dive into the new makeup releases video. I know you guys want to hear what I feel about all of the new releases that are on the market. So I'm going to go ahead, scooch over to the right, and then I'll insert pictures from Makeup on Your Radars page. Okay, so starting from the top, Louboutin Beauty has a new foundation. This is their new tonal fluid Taunt Fetiche? I don't know, y'all, but it's a foundation. It's available currently on the Louboutin website, beauty website, and it's going to retail for 62 pounds. I'm not sure what that translates into USD, but that's pricey for a foundation. I feel like, is that what Pat McGrath cost? No, that's definitely more expensive than Patricia's foundation. So it's not cheap by any means, but I kind of expect it to not be cheap. This is a luxury shoe brand as we know it, so why would their makeup not be expensive? Now, I will say, everything that they've released that I've seen has been hella ugly. I feel like their packaging has been so tacky, so ghetto, just like cringe to look at. But this one actually doesn't look that bad. I think the foundation bottle looks quite luxurious. I don't know about like the L on the bottle. It does feel like it needed a little more or less. Either one. I like the cover and the bottle shape, but I don't like the random L on it. That just isn't cool. What I did think was interesting is how they swatched the foundation. Because instead of doing arm swatches, they swatched it on legs in what I'm assuming are Louboutin shoes. That is creative. That is actually quite creative, and I respect that. I don't know what the coverage of this is supposed to be. Oh, I think it says cream. The foundation cream is suitable for all skin types, medium to thick coverage. It's an interesting choice of words. Thick. I don't think anybody wants thick coverage. I think we want full coverage. Thick. Nobody wants anything to be thick on their face. Anyway, so yeah, I don't think I want to try this just yet. And I also don't see anything here that says whether or not it is you know, matte or luminous or whatever, so we'll see. It does seem like they have a pretty decent skin shade range though, so okay. Well, I mean, the last three dark shades actually, wait, what is happening between 75N and 70W? Oh no, oh absolutely not. We're not doing that in 2024. Sorry, I take back exactly what I just said about the shade range, because from 70W to 75N, how did they get there? I'm confused. I'm confusion. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're still doing this, y'all. Still doing this. But let's move along. Shall We Makeup, the Wolfer palette. These are some more pictures. We talked about this in my last video. I don't know. These pictures look weird. The color looks different. Everything looks a little bit off. And apparently they're trying to release this before the Chinese New Year. We'll see if I even think about... You know what? I'm not going to pick this up because the more I look at this, the color story, I'm just confused. It's like yellow, blue, orange, purple. But it's a 5-pan eyeshadow palette. So those don't actually all go together. So, yeah, no. It's going to be a no for me. So Terra Moons is sneak peeking. It looks like an eyeshadow palette. And they're sneak peeking the last row of the palette. It looks interesting. Terra Moons is most known for their single shadows. I do have a couple of their single shadows. You guys know going into 2023, I have zero interest in picking up any single shadows, so that's not going to happen. But for a palette, maybe. This will launch on the 19th, so I'm not sure when we will see a full reveal of the palette and what the price is going to be. I anticipate that this is going to be expensive, which is going to make it a hard no for me because we're not doing the expensive palettes in 2024. From the sneak peek of the bottom row that we have here, really, we're just seeing a pink shade, a lime green shade, and it looks like a light green shade. Okay, I don't like pink and green together, which is making me think that I won't be interested in this because Angelica Nyqvist and Odin Zai launched the Hella palette a year ago or a year or two ago. And it was her contribution to the legendary Diversa collab thing. And I did not like I didn't like it. I think I tried it once and decluttered it immediately. Because something about pink and green, especially like lime green and like fuchsia pink, I don't like it together. That was just me. So we'll see. I'm judging this based off of 3 shades that they've sneaked. So who knows? I think this might be a 12-pan eyeshadow palette. So there's probably a lot more to this than those 3 shades. At least there has to be, right? Lancome has a new eyeshadow and a liner. I guess these are liquid shadows. Okay. Not interested. They're available in Germany now, and they're going to retail for $32.84. That's expensive, but I think that's what Patricia's liquid shadows cost. So, you know, me saying anything's expensive now is like... But that's normal, and that's what I don't want to happen, right? Because with everything being expensive, expensive becomes the new normal. And that's what I think the problem has become, is that we have gotten conditioned to expect a certain price point so that that price point starts to feel normal. But it's not normal. Quite frankly, yesterday, and let me just take a little spiel for a little minute before we come back to this. Yesterday, I was looking at the Chanel liquid, you know, the Water Fresh Tint Foundation. It's like liquid based with like pigment beads in there. And I was thinking about picking it up. So I was talking to my friends Daphne and Sensoray about it. And Daphne actually mentioned that CoverGirl has a dupe for that Chanel foundation. So I shimmied myself over to like see what this dupe is. And I went to the Ulta website. And do you know that that CoverGirl foundation is like $21? Since when? And I really want to know genuinely, when did drugstores start selling products at over $20? At over $10. Let's start there. When did drugstore products become more than $10? Because to see a CoverGirl foundation selling for $20-something is wild to me. Because I still think the Fenty foundation is probably in the $30-something range, which makes it just like $10 more. And I think you can still get some high-end foundations in the $30-something range. So to see that there's just a $10 difference between drugstore and what we would say high-end makeup, I don't know, y'all. That don't seem right. That doesn't sit right with me. That does not sit right with me at all. So I was quite confused by that. But it goes back to the idea that we've conditioned ourselves to believing that these are normal prices, and they're not. They really aren't. But moving along, Sydney Grace has a new palette, and this is actually a collaboration with Kendra Mathies. I don't know how to pronounce that. Apologies. I don't know who this is either, but I think this is, it's called the Unveiled palette. It's clearly designed to be a bridal palette. It's going to launch on the 15th, and it'll be available for $52. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. It is meant to be a bridal palette, so it is very neutral with like more pink leaning shades. I did not get this in PR. I don't know if I will get it in PR. Like, it's pretty. Oh, it's really pretty. I'm like swiping through the shades. It's really pretty, but I don't know. I feel like even if I were to get this in PR, it's not something that I think is going to stand out because it is a neutral leaning palette with like really nice, soft, beautiful shades, which are typical for brides on their big day. So, okay. That's nice. Moving along, Westman Atelier has a new contour stick. It is, well, it doesn't look like this is new. It looks like they've just created mini versions of their contour sticks. Yeah, so They haven't added anything new in terms of the shades from what I can tell, and there are 3 shades. So unless you like medium or deep, you know, that's all they have to contour with. I don't know, I don't contour, but they created a petite version of their contour sticks. The full size retails for $48. The small size is going to retail for $26. That's not bad. I'm glad a lot of brands are looking into these more petite, smaller mini versions of products, because one, I do think that most of us are not emptying products as quickly as we think we are going to. So in terms of longevity, I feel like a lot of us would prefer to have less product at a cheaper price point. That way we can use it all up, because there is a sense of accomplishment that you get with using up products. So one, it allows us to use it all up, and 2, it allows us to use it up within like the technical expiration date, so we get to keep the product, you know, use it at its like freshest for longer, you know, because when we keep these products at these large or, you know, full-size products and they're there for a while, obviously the quality decreases over time. So I think that this is a great idea, especially because Westman Atelier is not a cheap brand. It is super duper luxury, so I like the idea of a smaller size. Huda Beauty has two new color correctors. I don't know if she had color correctors before. Basically, one is kind of like peachy, one is orange. So Cherry Blossom is for fair skin tones, and Lychee is for deep skin tones. It's the first ever pink corrector for deep and rich skin tones. Interesting. I feel like deep skin tones typically go for like orange-ish color correctors. I don't color correct, so I don't know. I'd be interested to see how this goes. And because they call it the first ever pink corrector, I don't know if it's the first ever for the brand or if the first like ever. But it'll be available dropping January 10th. Tower 28 is launching, or not even launching, so they are partnering with Kung Fu Panda, and they're releasing some of their already existing products in Kung Fu Panda packaging. This is super cute. I think it's absolutely adorable. What I will say though is buying a product just for the packaging is just dumb, in my opinion, because you throw packaging away. It's not necessarily a collector's item. Granted, you do end up using products for a very long time if you have a huge collection, so I get it, I guess. But I wouldn't buy this just for the Kung Fu Panda packaging. It is cute though. I really like the Kung Fu Panda series. It's quite funny. Armani Beauty has a new foundation. It's their Designer Glow Foundation. Is this foundation season? Is there like a, you know, a period where brands are like, let's all do foundations? Either way, it is available in Germany and Denmark right now, and there are 10 shades. So if it's just 10 shades, why are they all white? And I mean, hella, like, not even medium. I'm talking about light, fair, pale. I don't know what other words we can use. These are all light shades. Like, what is happening? You know what's funny about this release is when brands are releasing really deplorable shade ranges, what they will typically do is say they have 10 foundations, they will have one super duper dark shade, and then like a bunch of like light shades and maybe some medium ones, right? But there'll always be that one super duper dark shade. They didn't even try that. They didn't even attempt to give us a dark shade or a medium shade. They said this is a light foundation and a light foundation only. So unless you are fair to light, don't even bother, because wow. This is funny. This can't be a new foundation. This has to be like a shade extension or something for a foundation that didn't have any light shades, which it doesn't exist to my knowledge. This is wild, and I don't know why I'm laughing, but I do find it quite funny that we're doing this still. But, you know, let's just move along. So Wayne Goss is sneak peeking a new product. It looks like a new brush, and it's supposed to come spring 2024. So we'll see. Ofra Cosmetics is also sneaking a new product. And this is that same old face and eye palette where you have some eyeshadows and then the giant pans of like the highlighter and stuff. So, okay. I have not bought from Ofra in a very long time, and personally I've decluttered everything that I've had from the brand. Okay, now this is pretty. Guerlain has 2 new shades of their Pour Air. Paror. That's probably not right. Gold 24 karat primer. So rose gold, white gold, and yellow gold. This is pretty to look at, but anytime I see a product that's like, oh, we have gold infused in there, I'm like, that's so scammy. Quite frankly, I don't want gold in my skincare. I want gold around my neck. I want gold in my ears. I want gold on my fingers. That's where I want my gold to be. Not in my makeup, not in my skincare. But that's just me. Just saying. Ooh, Clé de Peau has some new lippies. This packaging is stunning, but Jesus. Would you spend $110 for a single lipstick? Asking for real, because these lipsticks are $110 each. That is wild. What is in these lipsticks? They like either way, let's not even try to figure out what's in these lipsticks, because Lord knows that's not a good idea for any of us. So Fenty Skin has a new lip balm. Honestly, this looks so basic. And I don't like that clear see-through packaging. I don't like it. I mean, it's great because you can see how much product you have left, but I don't like it. And the lip balm is going to be $16. Y'all don't need to spend $16 for a Fenty lip balm. I'm sure you can get like a nice, you know, what's that brand? Blistex? Or whatever from like the Dollar Tree. Like, seriously, like you don't need to spend that much on a lip balm. Interestingly enough, we haven't seen a ton of like eyeshadows so far, so. And as I say that, I scroll into Kaima Cosmetics. I don't know who they are, but they have their Skulls and Roses Metallic Multichrome Eyeshadow Palette. I feel like we talked about this. It is $61. This is beautiful and rich. How many shades is this? 12 shades. Wait, no. 16 shades. 16 shades for $61. I don't even know who they are. Like, why? Why $61? Why not like $35, $42? You know, anything under $50. Just too much, man. Too much. So Terra Moons is also sneak peeking their space chemistry palette. Huh, I didn't know they were doing that. I guess they have multiple palettes coming out this month. Good for them. I wonder if they're going away from their singles and trying to do more with eyeshadow palettes. That'd be interesting. Wait, hold up now. We have a new... Oh, wait. I thought this was more than it actually was. So Unearthly Cosmetics is releasing a cosmetic puff. It's on the website for $6. No, the puff is in this picture, but there's also powder. So I thought they were giving us powder. It's just the puff. Just the puff. I got excited for a puff. No, thank you. Prada. They have 10 new shades of their lipsticks. Okay. All right, let's talk about this. Pat McGrath has re-released her Bronze Borealis Luna quad in Luna New Year packaging. Don't buy this if you already have this. Granted, it is a beautiful quad. I do have it. It's a lovely neutral quad. But I'm kind of disappointed that it's not like we're not getting anything new. This is just a re-release of what she already has. And this is why Patricia got demoted. She demoted herself. Just saying. Ooh, we have a new collection from Suku. And you guys know Suku is one of the brands that I've talked about as ones that I'm interested in, but because it is such a because it's an Asian brand and they tend to focus on really lighter complexions, I don't know how suitable it will be for me. But this is really pretty. The one neutral quad does look like it has one deep shade. I don't know how deep it goes, but it looks deep. Actually, it looks a little dusty in this picture. But it looks like we have some quads, some blushes, some lips, some nail polish. So a pretty decent collection, but not one that's going to push me to buy it just yet. You know, I haven't found the right Suku collection for me to buy. Shantakai, or as Steven likes to say, Chants and Lies, because that sounds about right to me. What is this? They have 2 eyeshadow trios, 2 sea turtles. Okay, I guess this is like a sea turtle collection. The trios are going to be $78. Does anyone like the Shantakai eyeshadow formula? I feel like I don't hear people talk about the Chantecaille eyeshadow formula. Like, I've heard great things about Chantecaille skincare. I know people, like, love it, swear by it. So that I understand. But when it comes to their makeup, I don't know if I necessarily know of people that are constantly raving about their makeup in a way that it justifies the price. Like, maybe some of the foundations, and I'm saying maybe because their foundation range is also stupid. So, like, the people that I see like these products don't look like me. So that automatically makes me not interested, because personally, if I'm going to buy a product, I need to be able to see if, like, someone of my complexion can actually use it. So, and I say this knowing that I have, like, some Chantecaille finishing powders in medium deep, and it's like dust. It doesn't, you know, it's light. But when it comes to the eyeshadow, I found that the eyeshadow products are super expensive, and I have not heard people rave about it. So I don't understand why they're that expensive. So we have 2 sets from Sephora, 2 Sephora favorite kits. The first one I'm seeing here is the Fresh Face Makeup Kit. This actually looks really nice. It's $45. You get a Rare Beauty blush, a full size, it looks like Huda Beauty liner, a full size Tarte mascara, some Bare Minerals from Iconic London, some Drunk Elephant. Okay, that's not bad. And then the second set is the Perfect Pout Lip Kit. Now this one actually did look pretty interesting, because you get 3 full-size products, and I think it retails for $35, so $34 actually, so the value is even better. So you get a full-size Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be in Pillow Talk, which Pillow Talk is not necessarily our, and I'm saying our if you are my complexion, our ideal nude shade. Pillow Talk Intense, I think, is, but not like the original Pillow Talk. Like, that one's not necessarily for us. But I'm pretty sure that's going to be Pillow Talk, because it always is Pillow Talk. There's a full-size Glossier lippy, and then also a full-size Rare Beauty lipstick. And then it looks like a mini size of Tarte and Clarins. Cool. So Guerlain has some new lipsticks. The case on these are so beautiful. I definitely wanted one of these. This is limited edition. It's Rouge G customizable jewel lipstick. You choose a shade and a case to create your complete lipstick. Ooh, I guess you can choose your case and your shade. $74. That's a lot for a lipstick, man. I thought I lost my mind when I bought my first Lisa Eldridge lipstick, and that's like $36. So $74 is a bit much. I would like to start with trying a basic Guerlain lipstick, not a limited edition one, before I drop $74 on a single lipstick. That's just where I'm at. Next up, we have this exclusive Tom Ford set, which from what I understand is just a re-release of the Honeymoon quad in this like love packaging, which I think looks tacky as hell. Those little hearts in that Tom Ford set, I think it just looks ghetto. It's just not cute. It's not classy. It does not feel luxurious. It looks cheap. And I said what I said. So don't spend $90 on this cheap quad earlier. First of all, go to the CCO. I'm sure you can still find Honeymoon there in basic packaging for 50% off. And that's all you need. Although it's saying on Selfridges, this is $86. Which is interesting, because the Tom Ford did go through a price increase from $88 to $90. So I don't know why this is saying $86. But neither here nor there. Laura Mercier has a new blush. And this is for the Lunar New Year. This looks really pretty, but it definitely is not going to look nice on my skin tone. Like, even on the model, you can't, like, what is that? Okay. It's a matte pale nude ginger blush. Yeah, no. That looks dusty. Okay, so I saw this sneak peek and I, like, skipped past it. But I wanted to talk about it, and just because I want to know if this is new, like, is this a re-release or something? So, Cliona Cosmetics has been sneak peeking these, like, 3 eyeshadow palettes, like, and I keep seeing people say, oh, they're bringing these back. So, if these existed before, could somebody point me to, like, where? Like, I want to see what these are, because all we have is now the cover art of the palettes, and I want to see what they look like inside. So, if you know what it is, please let me know, because I'm intrigued. Ooh, we have a new fragrance from Tom Ford. This is Oud Mineral. It's in the warm and spicy family. The scent type is cool spices, and the keynotes are salty seaweed, oud blend, ambergris, that's not a word. Ambergris, that's also probably not a word, but something accord. I don't know what this is, but it looks good, and I love a good warm spicy scent. I feel like if it smells anything like the Fenty fragrance, which I think is really spicy and warm and very, very sexy, I'ma like it. But y'all know I don't purchase Tom Ford unless it's from the CCO. That's just like my hard and fast rule. Bella Beauty Bar has been sneak peeking their ultraviolet palette. We'll see what that is when it comes. But you know what? Bella Beauty Bar, I'm not even saying it. Like, we'll see. Because the fact of the matter is Bella Beauty Bar and Sleigh Rain, all of those brands are brands that I'm not buying. So, I'm going to tell you all about it when it comes out, but I'm not buying it. Just making that clear up front. Okay, we're at 30 minutes, and I'm trying to, like, make sure that these videos don't end up being too long this year. So I'm going to just see, like 2 or 3 more things that I might want to highlight, and then we're just going to wrap things up. Now, this is really pretty. Koyudo, I think that's what it is, has a new... Whew, just started sweating a little bit. This is the Year of the Dragon brush. Now, you guys know I love Fude with all of my heart. But this brush is $335. Bruh, my car payment wasn't even that much. You know what bills I could pay with this? Ooh. Y'all, love me some Fude, but damn. Okay, that's expensive. So, the brush handle is 38.5 millimeters. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think you guys care about the dimensions that much. The bristles are red squirrel and Saibikoho goat. I'm trying to pronounce this. Saibikoho goat. I think that's what that is. The handle material is wood. The box material is Polonia wood. And this is limited edition. It's available on Beautylish. Oh my Jesus. I'm just saying, at that price, these brushes need to apply the makeup themselves. And quite frankly, the goat and the squirrel that died for that brush had to have been the holiest of goats and squirrels, blessed by Jesus, Mary, and Joseph themselves. Just saying. Because ain't no way, y'all. Ain't no way. But if y'all get it, let me know, because I'm hella curious. I want to know if y'all like it. Now, let me calm my spirits down by talking about a cheaper brand. And one that I actually have like a whole basket of goodies to try for you guys that I purchased last year and just never got to. And that's Moira Cosmetics. Now, Moira is this like real nondescript, technically drugstore brand. But it's not in drugstores. It's like a drugstore indie brand. Like the prices are stupid cheap. Like think e.l.f. And it looks really beautiful. It looks high, well, not high end, but it looks high end for the price. So I actually picked up a ton of products last year at like 2 a.m. because I was awake. And I spent less than $100 on these products. I think I spent like $92 exactly with some cents in there. And I got so much things. And I haven't tried the products yet, but I remember it being really, really cheap. And right now they are kicking off the year with some eyeshadow singles. Now I told you guys I'm not buying any singles, but I wanted to tell you guys the price of these just because. So these are their Chroma Light shadows. And I wonder if these are meant to be holochromes. That would be cute. From the little swatches that they have here, it doesn't look like they have a ton of base to them, but they're 24 shades and they're $6 each. Like, thank you, Jesus. Like, $6. I know Bad to the Brow, Millie, I think she got some of these in PR, and I think she's going to test them to see if they're similar to the, like, is it the Urban Decay Moondust shades? I don't know. Something like that. So we'll see. But I definitely think you guys should check out Moira Cosmetics, because the price is right. And I will do a video on that. I'm going to try to prioritize that. Now that I have like a smidgen of time and I'm not traveling like crazy, I'm going to try to prioritize that because I know many of you guys have asked me, you know, like, well, what are the brands that I'm looking for? What are the brands I'm trying to prioritize? Especially given that it's expensive. It's so expensive. And, you know, with that, you want like a short list of brands that you think might be worth it in terms of quality and price. All right, I think I'm gonna stop there because I'm not really seeing anything else. Let me just scooch back in. Okay, well, that was actually fun. You know, I feel like we're still in this like period where brands are not crazy releasing. We've actually seen more sneak peeks than anything else, which does make me a little bit concerned because I think in the next week or so, we're going to start to see drop after drop after drop. I feel like we got like that 2-week reprieve from brands launching things because it was, you know, the week after Christmas and then New Year's, which is when people aren't necessarily purchasing products. So I think that it's kind of like, you know, that 2-week period before people go back out to work. That's what I looked at it at. So I am really expecting there to be an uptick in releases in the next week or so. That being said, I don't think I'm like ready to start purchasing anything just yet. I'm not on a no buy. I haven't said that that I'm on a no buy. I haven't even said I was on a low buy. But I think that mentally I am on a low buy because I'm not interested or ready to buy anything just yet. But this is also my job. So I do know that there are going to be things that one, I might get it in PR for me to try out, and two, it just might be helpful for me to buy so that I can do reviews for you guys. So we'll see. We will see. I still need to actually do a video talking about my goals for the year, my goals for the channel, all of that. I just haven't had a chance to really sit down and put pen to paper on it. I've quite frankly been working on filming on a lot of videos because I picked up a lot of things during Black Friday and even got a lot of things in PR during that sort of Black Friday to Christmas period that have been sitting waiting for me to film with it. And just because I was traveling so much, I really fell behind. So I'm trying to get through things. And you all know, last year I had a goal to like not have a single eyeshadow palette in my collection that I hadn't used once. Did not make that goal, not even by a long shot. But it is something that is again on the list for this year, is that I don't want to have an eyeshadow basket of shame. I want to be able to say that I have used every single palette in my collection, in my possession at least once. So that's like a mini goal for you guys there. Anyways, that's a whole other conversation for a whole other video. That's it for today's video on the new makeup releases. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join the fam. You know, it's a vibe over here, and we have a lot of videos coming, as you've seen so far already for 2024. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for continuing to support me on this whole makeup journey. And as always, I appreciate you. I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!